Hey everyone, hey, y'all know who it is, Miss Miracle. I missed you guys. I'm super excited for today's video. I am going to be self-assessing my time during my first semester of my public affairs reporting class. I will preface the video by saying this class has brought me outside of my element, but I am enjoying it. And y'all know, let's talk about my favorite, Dr. P. So let's discuss. On a scale from 1 to 5, I would say I'm definitely at around a 3, maybe 3, 4. I've gotten my assignments turned in on time. I've attended 2 of my open public meetings. So it's not like I'm falling behind in the course, but I could definitely be stepping out of my element a little more and going a little more deeper with the stories that we're creating. I think my partner and I getting 2 of our public meetings done before spring break is an achievement, because that means when we get back we have just one more a public meeting to go to, and then we'll be able to really focus on our pitch and our final story. A challenge I would say is trying to figure out our final story. We had a completely different idea from at the beginning. We wanted to, well, I'll go into that later, but we are changing our final story, so I don't think it'll be a challenge, but that's gonna be an adjustment. My experience with covering the open public meetings have been good so far. I've attended 2 meetings, both of them being online. The first one was the DC Housing Stabilization Board meeting, and the most recent one, which was today, was the Department of Condemnation for Insanitary Buildings. Despite them both being online, I was very interested in hearing what these committees and these commissioners had to say, and then hearing the voice of the community. I will say that I was not expecting them to be as long as they were, but it was fine. I would say I captured key information pretty mediocre-ish. I didn't really capture information outside of what was going on in our, for the first one. I haven't done the second one yet, but for the first one, I would say I didn't really think about what was going on outside of the open public meeting. So I got the information of what was going on with what the commissioners were saying, what the community was saying, but I didn't really go outside of that. I think source. Doing more research, definitely trying to think more outside of the box when it comes to these open public meetings, and not just basing our story off what we hear in the meeting, but trying to take a different angle. I would say, I'm gonna be honest, like, this is self-assessing, this is self-reflection. I didn't really navigate challenges, because when I realized that it was online, I didn't really try to speak to the board after, or people who gave their testimonies after. So like I said, it was pretty just like very mediocre, very just afloat. So I didn't really have challenges because I didn't try, to be honest. So that's the truth. So we actually have changed our enterprise story. Initially, my partner and I were going to focus on the conditions of the DC women's homeless shelters, but I think Dr. P wants us to maybe do a story in regards to the housing in DC and just the housing problems. So I love my reporting partner. She is such an amazing journalist and student. She's a great friend, and she is definitely a partner that doesn't play, that likes to get her assignments turned in on time, just like I am. So we actually do a pretty good job working well, and I don't want to say it makes this semester easier having a partner, because we both do work, but I would say being able to divide the responsibilities between both of us is something that kind of allows for collaboration, but also lightens the load a little. Long story short, I love public affairs reporting. I am definitely stepping out of my element and really tapping into how my storytelling can make an impact. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see y'all next time.